Hey, good afternoon, Epiphany. It's nice to see you. Thought I'd touch base in the midst of your busy life, or maybe not such a busy life, given all the things that are going on with this COVID-19 coronavirus thing that is halting life as we know it. Schools are canceled, people are working from home, and it's getting a little bit quiet. And so I thought it might be a good opportunity for us here to have a little bit of time just to read the Bible. Old school stuff, right? Let's open it up. Let's do some Bible reading. Let's think about it together, and maybe it can give us a way to appreciate the time, the forced downtime, if you will, that you and I are having. So here we go. I just want to read out of the Gospel of John, because as many of you know, I love the Gospel of John. My heart is in this book. I think it tells us about the divinity of Jesus Christ. When people say, hey, I understand Jesus the guy, I understand the man that walked in this world, but Jesus God? Like, what's that about? The Gospel of John gives us the clearest picture of what we know to be true about Jesus, the Son of God. And it opens it up in this prologue. So I'm just gonna read. I'm reading out of the NRSV, my old school Bible that I carry around, right? And I write in it like this all the time because I always find something new and interesting in my Bible. These are living books. If you got a Bible at home, treat it as a living book. Okay, so here we go. We're going to read chapter 1, verse 1 through 16. Reflect on it a little bit, and then, well, you reflect on it even more, and hopefully your insights will be inspiration to your relationship with Jesus Christ. Here we go. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God, and all things came into being through him, and without him not one thing came into being. And what has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. He came as a witness to testify to the light, so that all might believe through him. He himself was not the light, but he came to testify to the light, the true light, which enlightens everyone, was coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world came into being through him, yet the world did not know him. He came to what was his own, and his own people did not accept him. But all who received him, all who believed in his name, he gave power to be children of God, who were born not of blood, or of the will of the flesh, or of the will of man, but of God. And the Word became flesh and lived among us, and we have seen his glory, the glory as of a Father's only Son, full of grace and truth. John testified to him and cried out, "This was he of whom I said, 'He who comes after me ranks ahead of me because he was before me.' From his fullness we have received grace upon grace. The law indeed was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has ever seen God. It is God, the only Son, who is close to the Father's heart, who has made him known." We'll stop there. It's verse 18, but let's reflect a bit. What we have here is the Word was with God, the Word was God, the Word was with God in the beginning. Jesus is the Word, and through him all things were spoken. God, as Aslan does in the, which book, Narnia book is that? The Magician's Nephew, sings creation into being. The Word speaks creation into being. And in Jesus is life, and life becomes light. And that light enlightens all people to cast out darkness. Friends, I think right now we live a little bit in a time of darkness, right? A little bit of isolation, a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety. This light enlightens all people, all things, all ways of being, all engagement in the world. That's the true light. And it is coming, right? It came and it is coming. We see that right here. And it is coming through you and I, because we are the extensions of Jesus Christ in this world. We are his body. We are his church. This is his world. The world didn't know him, but he came to the world. And some received him. And you know who those some are? Those some are me and you. And because we have received Jesus Christ, we have a sense of the power to be children of God. We are the children of this light, right? And it is our time to share what that means, because we were not born of flesh, nor the will of man, nor the will of blood, but of God. You and I were born to be children of God, and so we have an opportunity. We have a blessing and we have a duty to be out there as light, to be out there as words of encouragement, to be out there as fearless children of God, full of joy at this extraordinary creation that God gave us. That's just my take on this. John chapter 1, verse 1 through, I guess it's 18. Read it yourself. See what you think. We'll read the Bible a little bit more tomorrow. I look forward to it. Take care. I think about you. I pray for you. I love you. Peace upon your soul.